As Ferrari celebrated, their rivals quietly regrouped. Red Bull and McLaren both recognized that while Leclerc's pole was impressive, the race remained open. Each team began refining its strategy to attack Ferrari from every possible angle. Red Bull, known for their aggressive tactical play, explored early pit stop windows and potential undercuts to put pressure on Leclerc. Verstappen's ability to deliver relentless pace over long runs made him a constant threat, regardless of his starting position. McLaren, meanwhile, placed their hopes in consistency and tire management. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri's pace during practice hinted at strong race performance, even if they lacked the one-lap speed Ferrari displayed in qualifying. For Ferrari, this meant they could not afford a single misstep. Every pit call, every in-lap, and every defensive move would be scrutinized by teams ready to exploit the smallest weakness. The Hungarian Grand Prix was shaping into a tactical duel where pole position was an advantage, but far from a guarantee of victory. As the sun set on qualifying day, anticipation for the Hungarian Grand Prix reached its peak. Fans flooded the grandstands with renewed excitement, knowing they might witness one of the most competitive races of the season. For Leclerc, the weight of expectation was clear. Pole position was an achievement, but it also painted a target on his back. Red Bull and McLaren were relentless adversaries, and neither would give him a moment's breathing room. The air of uncertainty only heightened the drama. Would Ferrari's strategy hold under pressure? Could Leclerc withstand Verstappen's relentless pursuit? And would Hungary, a circuit that has often rewarded precision, favor the bold or the cautious? Inside the paddock, the tension was unmistakable. Teams prepared for every possible outcome, while drivers mentally rehearsed the air-opening laps. Hungary's unique blend of technical complexity and tactical racing promised a battle defined by discipline and brilliance. As the race approached, one thing was certain: Leclerc's pole had set the stage for a showdown that could redefine the 2025 season. Leclerc's pole in Hungary was more than a single qualifying triumph. It was a statement of intent. For Ferrari, it signaled progress after seasons of frustration. For Leclerc, it reaffirmed his status as one of Formula One's most gifted drivers. The race ahead would not be easy. Rivals like Verstappen and Norris were poised to challenge him at every turn. Yet the importance of this moment extended beyond the outcome of a single Grand Prix. It was about restoring faith in Ferrari's ability to fight at the front and proving that Leclerc's talent could deliver under the sport's brightest spotlight. Whether victory followed or not, Hungary had already reshaped the championship's narrative. It reminded the paddock that dominance is never permanent, and that brilliance can appear when least expected. As the lights prepared to go out, Leclerc stood on pole, facing one of the greatest tests of his career. And in that moment, Hungary became not just another race. It became a chance for redemption, glory, and the spark of something greater to come. Charles Leclerc stunned the Formula One world in Hungary by delivering a flawless qualifying lap that secured him pole position. Against all odds, he outpaced dominant rivals and silenced critics who doubted Ferrari's ability to challenge at the front. The Hungaroring, known for its technical complexity and tight corners, became the stage for one of Leclerc's most impressive performances. While Red Bull and McLaren were expected to battle for the top spot, Leclerc's precision and determination shifted the narrative. Every sector of his lap reflected control and confidence, traits that have defined his finest moments in Formula One. The crowd erupted, sensing the weight of this achievement for both the driver and Ferrari. This pole was not merely a fast lap, it was a statement. It showed that under pressure, Leclerc's talent can shine brighter than ever. As the grid prepared for race day, one question remained. Could he convert this shock pole into victory, or would the relentless pace of his rivals turn the celebration into another fight for survival? Ferrari entered Hungary under intense scrutiny. Their season had been defined by inconsistency, strategic errors, and unfulfilled potential. Yet, this qualifying session marked a breakthrough. Leclerc's pole was not only about speed, but the result of a team that had refined its approach at exactly the right time. Engineers worked tirelessly to unlock performance in the SF-24, finding a setup that perfectly suited the tight and technical nature of the Hungaroring. Their focus on mechanical grip and balanced tire management provided Leclerc with the confidence to push to the limit. In a weekend where every detail mattered, Ferrari executed flawlessly. This performance also silenced the growing doubts about Ferrari's competitiveness against Red Bull and McLaren. Their unexpected pace forced rivals to reconsider their strategies and exposed the team's renewed determination to fight for wins. While Ferrari's journey remains far from over, this pole represented a critical shift. It was no longer about potential. It was proof that, on the right day, Ferrari could still deliver brilliance when it mattered most. Leclerc's pole-winning lap in Hungary was a masterclass in precision driving. Every braking point was perfectly judged, every corner exit clean and controlled. He carried speed through the circuit's most demanding sections with the kind of confidence that separates great drivers from the rest. Hungary's tight layout punishes even the smallest error, yet Leclerc danced through the corners with flawless rhythm. His ability to extract maximum performance from the car under pressure showed not only raw talent but also mental composure. It was a lap built on trust, in himself, in his team, and in the Ferrari beneath him. Data later revealed just how extraordinary the lap was. His sector times were nearly untouchable, especially in the middle sector, where precision matters most. That was where Leclerc made the difference, finding grip and stability that others could not match. As he crossed the line, it was clear. This was not luck or circumstance. It was a statement of mastery. In that single lap, Leclerc reminded the world why he is one of the most gifted drivers on the grid. Leclerc's pole left the paddock in disbelief. Max Verstappen, who had dominated qualifying sessions all season, admitted he was caught off guard by Ferrari's sudden pace. McLaren's Lando Norris, too, acknowledged that Leclerc's lap was beyond what most expected. For Red Bull, this was a rare disruption to their control of qualifying. Their data suggested they had enough speed for pole, yet Leclerc's performance defied their predictions. It wasn't simply about Ferrari improving, it was about Leclerc executing at an extraordinary level. McLaren, meanwhile, had looked strong throughout practice, but they lacked the final few tenths that Leclerc extracted. This reshuffling of the competitive order injected new tension into the Hungarian Grand Prix. For the first time in weeks, Red Bull was not starting from the front, and that changed everything. Leclerc's achievement also put psychological pressure on his rivals. They now knew Ferrari was capable of delivering a knockout punch. The battle for Hungary was no longer straightforward. It had become a test of strategy, execution, and nerve under the intense heat of competition. Following Leclerc's pole, Ferrari immediately shifted focus to race preparation. The team understood that starting from the front was only part of the battle. At the Hungaroring, where overtaking is notoriously difficult, strategy would be just as important as raw pace. Ferrari's engineers analyzed every possible race scenario, from tire degradation to pit stop timing. Their goal was clear: control the race from the front and neutralize the threat from Red Bull and McLaren. They also evaluated defensive strategies to ensure Leclerc could maintain track position even if rivals attempted undercuts or aggressive early stops. In recent seasons, Ferrari has faced criticism for costly strategic mistakes. This time, however, their approach appeared measured and meticulous. The team's quiet confidence suggested that they were determined to support Leclerc's pole with a race plan capable of turning it into a victory. For Ferrari, this was not only about one Grand Prix. It was a chance to prove they had evolved into a team capable of matching the tactical sharpness of their fiercest competitors. The Hungarian Grand Prix has always been a test of precision. The narrow track, short straights, and relentless sequence of corners create one of the toughest circuits for both drivers and teams. For Leclerc, Starting from pole offered a critical advantage, but the challenge had only just begun. Hungary's difficulty lies in its limited overtaking opportunities. Track position often outweighs pure pace, meaning the start and pit strategy could decide the race before the final laps even arrive. Every mistake, whether on the pit wall or behind the wheel, can be magnified. Tire management also plays a decisive role. The relentless heat and abrasive surface punish drivers who push too hard, too early. This is where Leclerc's disciplined driving style could prove essential. While his pole lap was a stunning achievement, sustaining that performance across a full race distance required something more. The Hungarian Grand Prix has a way of exposing weaknesses. For Leclerc, the task ahead was not just to defend the lead, it was to conquer one of Formula One's most unforgiving battlegrounds. For Leclerc, this pole position carried emotional weight. His journey with Ferrari has been marked by flashes of brilliance overshadowed by frustration and missed opportunities. Hungary offered him more than a starting advantage. It was a chance to rewrite the narrative. Leclerc has always been known for his raw speed, but critics questioned his ability to consistently deliver under pressure. By outqualifying Verstappen and Norris, he silenced those doubts, at least for the moment. Now, the race would become a test of whether he could translate this pole into a result that matched his potential. Within Ferrari, this was also a moment of pride. Years of rebuilding, technical upgrades, and relentless effort had culminated in this breakthrough. For a team steeped in history, victories matter, but so do moments that restore belief. Hungary's pole was not just about track position, it symbolized resilience. For Leclerc and Ferrari alike, it was a reminder that even after setbacks, détail attendu, domination and precision could still produce greatness on Formula One's grandest stage.